We are excited to celebrate Adam Leitman Bailey PC's 24th anniversary, so our attorneys wanted to express their sentiments. Here they are.
I must say that I'm pleasantly surprised to know that the firm's been in existence for 24 years. I am starting my 15th year here. Well, I mean, I've seen from the early days to now, is the ability of the attorneys here to work together in a collaborative effort to get really pretty good results for our clients, and to work outside the box in certain instances to get results where people thought we could not get such results. You know, I've had the opportunity here to do what I love to do, which is prosecuting appeals and defending appeals. And over the years, been able to, you know, practice my trade and get some pretty good results, and also to be involved in some really interesting litigations.
I have been with the firm for 19 years now, and I'm considering making it permanent. I think one is collegiality. We consult with one another frequently, and we actually, in general, like one another. And the second is a striving for excellence. I have very substantial trial experience. I have over 40 years in practice, all of it as a trial lawyer. I have a deep knowledge of procedural law, and as a trial lawyer, I'm the tip of the spear. Most cases no longer go to trial, but you have to have a credible threat in terms of trial capacity, and I am that credible threat.
Caroline Rualo. Next month I will celebrate my 17th year here at the firm. I have been aware during my time here that the anniversary is very close to my own anniversary, so I was aware. Did I know it was 24? No, but I knew we were in our young 20s. There are many. The first that comes to mind would be my leadership, my own leadership. Adam and my partners who have been here since I started 17 years ago. And I recognize that those are people and not necessarily qualities, but I guess if I were to translate into qualities, it would be that the leaders here, well, not only have they always had faith in me when I didn't really carry much faith in myself, or when I was nervous about making a decision in a case or with respect to a client. What I think is the most valuable part of the firm is that the people who have guided me through my career have, like I said, they've had faith in me. They've given me the opportunity to spread my wings, not to sound so cliche, but to, you know, to not be afraid. Not be afraid to express myself, not be afraid to take a chance in a case, not be afraid to take a stand with a client or with an adversary. I don't feel like I have to watch my words. You know, I have leaders, I have partners here who are open to my ideas and they welcome them. It's been like that since day one, but of course when you're younger, you know, you're still learning, so it becomes difficult to, I can't necessarily say that 17 years ago that they were giving me carte blanche ability to make decisions, but my point is that through the years, I feel that my leaders have made a leader out of me. Commitment. You know, I think that the best thing that I can offer the firm, our clients, Adam, the associate staff, and even and the paralegal, the support staff, is that I'm committed. You know, I want to produce well. I want to provide the best service that I can. I want clients to walk away feeling that they got great value for the work that we do. I'm committed to nurturing young associates into learning the practice and becoming comfortable in themselves with the hope and with the goal of making leaders out of them. I am committed to being supportive of our support staff, those people who I rely on heavily to carry out the service that I provide. The best quality that I can offer the firm is commitment and loyalty. With that comes loyalty. Loyalty.
I do recall that from time to time, Adam, every January, mentioning that so many years have gone by and so forth. Well, my first contact with Adam Bailey was in 2001, when we both had our law offices at 26 Broadway. He was on the 21st floor and I was on the 20th floor. Around noontime, I was going to lunch. The elevator door opened and Adam was in the elevator. He poked his head out and said, "What do you guys do down there?" So we went down to the coffee shop together. We chatted a bit. He went back to his office. I went back to my office. And about 10 minutes later, he walked down through the building stairs and handed me his marketing materials. So that was my first contact with Adam Leitman. And at that time, I was a solo practitioner of counsel to the firm where I had my office. I had left a larger firm that had closed, and I decided to be on my own for a period of time. So then Adam, from time to time, would ask me if I wanted to help him with some of his real estate matters. And I said, well, I'm not really I'm not really a real estate lawyer. I'm an antitrust lawyer. I've done all kinds of other complex litigation. And he said, well, look, help me out. So I did a few things for Adam, and he was very pleased. And then for 2 years, from roughly 2002 to 2004, I was still in contact with Adam, and once in a while I would do some work for him. I had gone up to another firm to do some special litigation, but then he kept calling me and said, I want you to work with me. And I decided that, he was an up-and-comer. He was very aggressive. He had shown a lot of savvy on how to build a firm, or at least to try to build a firm. And I decided to go with Adam in November of 2004 officially. So I've been with the firm since then. So this year, this coming November, will be 20 years officially with the firm, but having worked with Adam since at least 2001. So, and that's my story and my history with the firm. Well, look, when I joined the firm with Adam, we had 4 attorneys. It was Adam, me, a transactional lawyer that handled closings and so forth, and a junior associate. So Adam and I basically have worked for 20 some odd years to build the firm. We selected the other core partners of the firm over the next, from 2004, roughly to 2005 or 6, even as late as 2009. The core partners that have contributed to making the firm as good a firm as it is. And obviously, before I met Adam, before I joined the firm, I had been practicing law for 30 some odd years myself, and had been involved in very complex, important litigation in all kinds of law, antitrust law, food and drug law, trademark infringement law, RICO, civil RICO cases. So I brought a lot of personal practitioner, practical legal experience that we applied to Adam's real estate business, basically. And I was not a real estate lawyer. I could not claim that when I joined the firm. But in partnership with Adam, I've become, I guess you'd say I'm an expert in various aspects of real estate law. I've developed over these 20 some odd years. And Adam and I, we've written together, I mean, Adam has written more articles than me, but together we've jointly authored I counted it up more than 30 plus, maybe by now 35 plus articles for the New York Law Journal that have appeared regularly since 2001 and 2004. So in that sense, Adam believes that these articles help attract business from other lawyers, from people that happen to read the Law Journal. So in that sense, well, Adam himself is the best marketer for the firm. He's a marketing expert, superb. To that extent, to the extent that our joint articles have helped, I've helped in that way. I've helped, of course, with my practical legal experience and skills in how we have crafted many successful legal memos and even what I call pre-litigation letters that in many cases convince potential adversaries to not pursue the matters that they intended to pursue. So I think Adam relies on me for that to a large extent. And that's my principal contribution to the firm. I also, I believe that I serve as a mentor and have served as a mentor to many of our younger partners who actually started out working with the firm as legal interns when they were in law school. We have 3 or 4, maybe more by now, that have gone on to join the firm, and that along the way they've proven themselves to be excellent lawyers and have become the main partners as well. And but I've continually mentored all of our younger attorneys to the extent that I can, because when I was a young lawyer, I learned that I needed mentoring. And my first boss in the Attorney General's office, unfortunately, the bureau chief that I was working for, was a very good man, very nice man, but very centered on his own work and did not help me very much. So the help that I received was from other lawyers, even lawyers that were not working for the Attorney General, that I dealt with on a regular basis, who were very kind to give me practical advice on how to practice law and how to deal with various situations that arise in a client attorney situation or in a very difficult courtroom and litigation situations. So I've always believed that it's important to mentor the young attorneys, and I've done that, and I think that has helped the firm as well. I think, first of all, because Adam is a great recruiter. Obviously, he recruited me, and I think that I explained why I think that has been good for the firm. We have, well, Adam, but at least jointly at the beginning, when we were only 4 attorneys at the beginning, we were interviewing other attorneys that we thought would help the firm. And Adam was constantly looking and searching among the attorneys he was meeting in court and through the bar associations and through his meetings with judges and other attorneys that he respected in the field to see if there were attorneys that would be able to help the firm. And if he cited someone that he thought would really be important to bring into the firm, he went after that person relentlessly. And I mean relentlessly, as he did with me, to convince and persuade that attorney that he should come with Adam Bailey and help build this firm. And in that way, we were able to obtain Colin Kaufman, who is our chief trial lawyer and has been a remarkable trial attorney for decades. And Dov Tryman, the head of our landlord-tenant division, and Jeffrey Metz, who is the head of our appellate division. These are all superb attorneys, and except for the case of Colin, who came to be interviewed by us. But we went out of our way to persuade him to stay with us or to come with us. Both Jeff and Dove were the results of Adam really pestering them, if I can use that word, to join our firm. And as I say, these are the core partners, and this has really helped build the firm. And around the core partners, as I mentioned earlier, we've built a coterie of young attorneys that were recruited from law schools and who worked with us before they even joined the firm. And I might say law schools are not the Ivy League. And I think Adam even wrote an article once about why he didn't hire Ivy League attorneys except for me at the beginning, but because he believed that that he wanted attorneys that really had fire in the belly and wanted to practice law in a real aggressive way, but with a compassion and kindness and desire to do justice for the clients. So that's how I would describe how all of the attorneys have helped. But also, there's something else besides skill and ability. This firm has had a very collegial atmosphere, very collegial group of people that are willing to bounce ideas off with each other, and are not jealous of each other, that are not backbiting for any particular reason. The corporate culture of this firm, as I say, is very collegial, very accommodating, and I think that's one of the hallmarks of the firm and why it's been successful. And at the top, of course, is Adam, who is constantly looking to make the firm better. He's looking for ways, how can we do this better? How can we do that better? And I don't know, I don't know that he even sleeps at night because he's constantly thinking about real estate. Well, of course, he's a genius of real estate law. That's all he thinks about. That's his main, aside from his family, his devotion and knowledge of real estate law is superb. Adam grew up poor. He's very conscious of that fact. He's conscious of what his family had to go through when he was a young man, a young boy. And they suffered because of certain real estate legal issues. And he's basically wanted to right those wrongs. And he's been trying to do that through how he's approached his own personal practice of law and how he's structured this law firm to practice law.
It's going to be 8 years in April. I think the biggest quality that has made this firm great is that we focus on the future and we don't rest on the cases that we've previously done. We're always striving to innovate and do great work for our clients. I think my contribution here is coming here as a young associate and taking all the lessons from the great partners that we have here and trying to pass on those lessons down to the younger associates that we have now.
So I've been with the firm for about 6 years now. I actually started as an extern when I was in law school in January of 2018, then transitioned to a summer associate, part-time intern, and after I passed the bar and got admitted, full-time associate. So I've been here for about 6 years now. I think the number one thing that I was able to identify with this firm when I started off as an extern and up until today is the collegial nature and just overall environment that the firm fosters. All the attorneys here, whether it's a younger associate like myself, senior associates, partners, and even Adam, they have a strict open door policy, which basically means anybody could just come in at any time, talk to the attorneys, ask for any advice, help on any work that myself or anyone else is working on. And I think that culture was very effective in helping progress my career as an attorney because, like I said, this was the first job that I had starting off as an extern in law school, and I was able to learn a lot from these attorneys. The feedback was invaluable. Everybody was always willing to help out. There was never a shortage of work. and it was just a great experience that I'm still having to this day. I think I contributed, I've been here for a while now, and I was able to just, when I first came in, meet all the attorneys, and at this point I think I've worked with pretty much all the attorneys that have been with the firm since I've started, and just bouncing ideas off with everyone, working on hundreds of different types of cases, and just giving my feedback and contributing to any work that anybody asks me to help with. I can't narrow down the specifics as far as like a specific case here and there, just because I've worked on so many different types of cases over my time here. But I'm definitely confident in the fact that I was able to always be open to working, helping out all the attorneys whenever they needed help, and just being a valuable member of this team.
I think there are a lot of qualities that I personally have noticed and enjoyed here, and it's made my time here much easier and grown as a professional. Between it being a very collegial environment, very open door policy, being able to walk into anyone's office and ask any questions without being embarrassed or frustrated or whatnot. And I think a lot of the associates and attorneys here in general are very trusting and give a lot of responsibility with the work you do, which helps each attorney grow individually and helps to sort of engage in the practice of law. So I grew up with my family involved in real estate, both in the residential and commercial context, and growing up on the opposite side of real estate and now practicing law in real estate, I think that I have sort of contributed to the firm in providing a different approach between, whether assessing different issues between landlords and tenants or just thinking outside the box. I think that's very important in real estate law, and how to sort of delve around, everyday issues.
I would say the relaxed atmosphere, that people are respectful of one another, that people don't stress out and get mad at other employees over assignments that they're working on.
Happy anniversary from Adam Leitman Bailey, PC.